appears above your head. A more bomb comes falling down on you, falling down on you. The fleet is moving nearer still. The Strait of Hormuz, it comes in view. The oil must flow through. And I ran so far away. The bomb I bombed them night and day. But destroy USA. A tiny hand hits a big red button. Atomic bombs come falling down on you. Mushroom clouds in view.
Street where the loyal drums do beat, and the lovely English people walked all over us. And every single night when they tell come home tight, he'd invite the neighbours out with his chorus. Come out, you black and tans, come out and fight me like a man. Show your wife how you won medals down in Flanders. Tell her how the IRA made you run like hell away from the green and lovely lace of Gillishandra. Tell us how you slew them old Arabs 2 by 2. Like the Zulus, they had nice bows and arrows. Of how bravely you faced one with your 16-pounder gun, and you frightened all the natives to the marrow. Come out, you black and tans, come out and fight me like a man. Show your wife how you won medals down in Flanders. Tell her how the IRA made you run like hell away from the green and lovely lakes of Gillishandra. Let us hear you tell how you stand a brave Parnell and taught them well and truly persecuted. Where are the stares and jeers that you proudly let us hear when our heroes of 16 were executed? Come out, you black and tans, come out and fight me like a man. Show your wife how you won medals down in Flanders. Tell her how the IRA made you run like hell away from the green and lovely lakes of Gillishandra. Show your wife how you won medals up in Derry. You murdered 16 men and you'll do the same again. So get out of here and take your bloody army. Come out, you black and tans, come out and fight me like a man. Show your wife how you won medals down in Flanders. Tell her how the IRA made you run like hell away from the green and lovely lakes of Gillishandra. Oh, come out, you black and tans, come out and fight me like a man. Show your wife how you won medals down in Flanders.
Buckingham Palace announced the death of Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II.
will say how nice those narrows, but how brave you face one with your 16-pounder gun, and you frighten all the natives to the marrow. Come out, you black and tans, come out and fight me like a man. Show your wife how you...
And we're live. Yeah, Discord being Discord. Alrighty. Well, hello everybody. Welcome aboard. Oh, has it been a fun week? Happy belated St. Patrick's Day. I gave everybody the Tuesday off. I hope everybody had a nice, wonderful St. Patrick's Day. I may still have some leftovers to celebrate, so I may crack open one of these later on today or tonight. But we're gonna try to keep this a little bit short, so at least my talking bit a little bit short, and make sure you guys have. You did nothing on St. Patrick's Day. Okay, well, I'm glad I didn't watch too much of the World Baseball Classic. That was very disappointing. I don't want to talk anymore about that. Someone, okay, just relax and celebrate. Okay, all right. Just looking here on Discord. Let me see what else. Instagram. Watching March Madness. Yeah, that's been crazy. Duke almost lost. Wisconsin choked out. I mean, it was a very, very close game, but hey, yeah. Oh man, yeah, High Point just that foul at the end. Whatever. I can get too much. Everybody at work is watching it anyway, so I'm just kind of forced to watch along. So that's kind of what it is. All right, let's get to the news. Let's get to the news, because there's a lot of I'll throw in some good news here and there, but a lot of bad news as we talking about. Over here. Let me see. Hello, Adam. Hello, A2R Gaming. Happy St. Patrick's Day to you too. Okay. Let me see if I can actually make this, let me see. I don't know why the YouTube chat isn't working. Okay, let me just move this over to the side. For some reason, it doesn't want to come up. I've tried that over and over again. So I'll just move this over, and then we can just see all the articles and stuff like that. There we go. Okie dokie. There we go. Alrighty. Yeah, I saw the great news from California High-Speed Rail. We're gonna be talking about that. That's gonna be funny. Yeah, I did get the Railhead site. Yeah, I'm gonna show a bit of video of this here. This just came out today. Well, I have a joke on that there. So anyway, let's get to it. And we have some breaking news within the last hour as well. So I'll also put that on. Okay, but a lot of stuff, guys. I'm pretty sure this is hurting your pocketbook right now. This little excursion we're having again, World War III again in the Middle East with Iran, because yeah, well, the straits closed due to war. So rapid fuel price jump. We talked about this the last stream, but we're gonna stick to diesels. You know, the poor diesels. You know, need some helping hands here and there. And by diesels, you know, it's not just the diesel trains, but also the diesel trucks, because unfortunately, a lot of our freight moves on trucks, which is just what it is. Look, and it's nothing against trucking, but I mean, there's definitely an imbalance for sure when it comes to where freight is moving on. But this is just going to happen. Average wholesale price of diesel jumped nearly $1 in a week. That is nuts. You see this? This is a whole entire. This is from April of 2021. This is 2022, 2023, 24, 25, and whoop, it just jumps up again, just like it did during this little excursion during the Biden administration. Remember that? Remember when all that was happening during World War III, Part 1? Yeah. So we're at it again. We are at it again. $5. It just peaked up in some places for the first time since 2022. But yeah, what does that mean? What does that mean down the line? Okay, again, like we said before, what we looked at before in the last stream, do take a look at that at Gasconomy. 95% of everything manufactured is made out of petroleum products. Then everything down the line is transported by petroleum, no matter what, whether it's gas or diesel, wherever else. So if the gas of diesel goes up, right? All those John Deere tractors that go ahead and plant everything and move all that grain and whatever else, all the products that need to be moved, or all the agriculture that needs to be planted, that's going to be more expensive to plant. that's going to be more expensive when coming this fall to go ahead and also go ahead and thresh that and harvest that all up. It's going to be more expensive to go ahead and transport all of that. And of course, to go ahead and get those workers to go over and pick everything and put it up on the shelves, yeah, it's going to cost them more money too. So it's just been getting nuts. Hope you guys are, again, $112 a barrel. It's just been going crazy. Average price of diesel now stands at $5.09. But again, here we go. Since diesel is the lifeblood of the supply chain, a sudden rise in fuel costs will all but certainly result in higher prices charged by wholesalers in response to elevated transport expenses, some analysts said. That's just what it is. Not some analyst said. No, that's just what happens. In turn, many retailers will pass those costs along to shoppers, raising prices on shelves. Diesel fuel costs tied to domestic transport, such as trucking, typically hits retailers quickly, resulting in modest price pressures from sellers. Bank of America Global Research said, okay, we don't have to say that a researcher said that. That's just reality. Every dollar spent on food, for instance, usually includes 3 or 4 cents that stem from transportation costs. It's not typically a huge number, but we're seeing massive spikes in diesel prices. Price effects will likely show up first in fresh fruits and vegetables, since their short shelf life leaves them especially vulnerable to sudden increases in supply chain costs. Again, also part of the consequences of living in a globalized world. We have to get all our food and fruits and everything else over from overseas. Because I'm pretty sure if you look at where your bananas are grown, it's going to say Costa Rica. It's going to say Colombia, or it's going to say somewhere else. Those flowers you got for your wife or for your mom, they probably came over from Colombia or wherever else. So they came somewhere from South America. Your avocados from Mexico, yep, those came over from Mexico. And again, this is stuff that we can grow here. We definitely do grow some stuff over here, but not enough to really. A lot of it does get exported. That's another thing. We do export a lot of grain here in the United States. We also do export a lot of the oil we make. But the problem is that we are so tied with a globalized world that whatever shock happens on one side of the planet, it's going to shock us. And we haven't been able to pad ourselves because we haven't been able to fix our own infrastructure over here and our own manufacturing base here in this country. Any sort of little blip in the system. Now this is a little more than just a little blip. What's happening? Okay, this is a lot more than just a blip. But again, it's just gonna get worse from here. There you go, a direct hit for consumer prices. I hate that term, consumers. And you're gonna see another reason why I hate this term, because it just devalues. It devalues people to be called consumers. And we'll get to that. Here you go. Fresh food, freight shipping, mass transit, construction and deliveries all cost more when diesel prices rise. Uh-oh. Yeah. Again, most of the mass transit here in the United States is unfortunately by bus, but that also includes train as well. A lot of train, heavy freight. That's all heavy rail. It's all diesel. And it's not like we have electricity that is all domestic electricity by nuclear energy. Yep, I said the word. Hold on. I just
the
said
N-word. You know what the N-word is? It's no. It's the nuclear word.
Yeah, it's not like we have a whole lot of nuclear plants around here fueling up and powering electric trains. We don't have that. So yeah, this is just what happens. This is the consequences of the Gilded Cage our Epstein elite have built for us. That's what's going on. And then speaking of, when it comes to consumer prices, consumers may focus on regular gasoline prices, but diesel affects many other bills, deliveries, airline cargo, package shipping, commuting services, and goods that require a lot of transportation, i.e. everything. Remember that 95% of transportation here in the United States is all gasoline powered. And that the vast majority of where we use gasoline and freight and oil and the vast majority of where we use all these oil products is in transportation. So that's going to hurt everything. The whole supply chain is affected, all logistics from A to Z, everything. Already, UPS and FedEx have already raised prices by adding surcharge fees for shipments to and from some countries in the Middle East. Commercial airlines are also raising fare prices and fuel surcharges as the cost of jet fuel soars. Uh-oh. I can feel a certain somebody scratching their head and balling their fist. Yeah, it's gonna be a painful time. This just sucks. But yeah, I mean now, and it's the thing. It's not like we have a mass transit system or high speed rail across the United States to be able to stem that tide and to be able to lower the prices due to increased competition. No. Everything has to be, if you want to get from one side of the country to the other, apart from driving multiple days, you're going to have to fly. It's either drive 3 days to get across from New York to Los Angeles, or take a flight, which, I mean, yeah, an 8-hour flight is still going to be better than maybe even like a 12-hour, probably not even 12 hours, but let's say an 18-hour high-speed rail ride or a 24-hour high-speed rail ride from ship. Not that most people are going to do that, even if it did exist. But the point is, even to get from one side of the country, from north to south, east to west, wherever, or within certain regions, because you still have a lot of flight that are regional flights. So again, yeah, and a lot of it is also the transportation of goods. Again, everything is going to get worse. But here we go. Again, all about consumer pricing. But now get ready for this. Get ready for this. Trump's director of the National Economic Council, a prolonged war with Iran will hurt American consumers, but that's really the last of our concerns right now. I'm not kidding.
Consumers,
this is what he said.
The fact is that the U.S. economy is fundamentally sound, and that if it were to be extended, it wouldn't really disrupt the U.S. economy very much at all. It would hurt consumers, and we'd have to think about, if that continued, what we would have to do about that. But that's like really the last of our concerns right now, because we're very confident that this thing is going ahead.
The last of our concerns. He looks like a little like not even a rat. It's because he's so weak. Because at least like rats are like these big burly ugly rodents in comparison to mice. This guy's a mice, like a mouse, like measly, just like sickly. I can't even lift a 5-pound dumbbell. But the consumers are the last of our concern. You're not even a citizen anymore. This is the problem we're talking. And I hate the term consumer because it's just deflating what the American citizen should be, which is a citizen. A citizen has rights. A citizen has both God-given rights and man-given rights. Okay? Now, when you deflate it down to economic terms, like consumer, you know how degrading that is? You know how this is just terrible and sick that is? I mean, it's just nuts. So, I mean, oh, man. And this is just a massive issue. This is how they see you. This is how they see you. They see you as cattle. They see you as goy. They see you as consumer. That's how they see you.
The U.S. economy is fundamentally
just,
sound,
oh man.
And the
last,
if it were to be extended,
not even a concern. The last
we would have to do about that.
Look at
but
that.
That's like really the last of our concerns.
Last of our concerns. Last of our concerns. A direct hit for consumer prices on everything. Last of his concerns. Okay. If that doesn't make a blood vessel pop in your head, I don't know what will, but here you go. Yeah, I'm about to pop right now. I'm about to pop. That should be everybody's face right now, right here. There you go. Oh man, I zoom in and zoom. It's okay. Here we go. There you go. That's the face. There you go. Alrighty. Let's get some good news, shall we? Some good news. Can we get some good news? Good news, please. Good news. Okay. Brightline is adding a special silent disco train for Ultra. Maybe not some good news from South Florida if you guys are familiar with what Ultra Music Festival is. But that's, oh boy. Okay, anyway. But yeah, premium riders on the 2 p.m. train from West Palm to Miami on March 27th will get headphones to listen to a live DJ set on board with 2 playlists to choose from. Stops along the way include Boca Raton, Fort Lauderdale, and arrives in Miami at 3:20. Always with premium alcoholic drinks, alcoholic and non-alcoholic, and snacks. are included. So there we go. And we're already all set up here on this train here. We're already all set up with alcoholic drinks and snacks. There we go. So that's fun. That's at least something. That's you know, hey, you might as well have fun in all of this of what's going on. But hey, that's at least good. That's something. That's fun. Alrighty. Something funny. Canadian National train backed into Amtrak City of New Orleans twice. Good morning, America. How are you? Look at that. Oh, just twice. Not once, but twice. Preliminary report addresses February collision near Memphis. A Canadian National train making a shove move backward into the Amtrak City of New Orleans, then backed up and hit the passenger train a second time. Incident at 11 a.m. led to minor injuries to 2 Amtrak employees and 2 passengers among the 7 crew members and 118 passengers on board. Report says all aspects of the incident remain under investigation, determines the probable cause with the intent to issue safety recommendations to prevent similar events. The fact that nothing was really happening, I mean, look at this. Just the Amtrak train had advanced past a restricting signal at restricted speed, then stopped when it saw the CN train. The freight train of 2 locomotives and 82 cars had received dispatcher permission to conduct its switching moves, which involves setting out 21 cars on main track 1. Okay, so this may have been Amtrak's fault. I don't know. Look, it's not like these freight trains have backup cameras. Okay, so you can kind of see, there it goes, going to the intermodal yard. It's moving over this way, goes in back over here. There's Amtrak over here. It picks up cars. And then backs into Amtrak. And I guess move back forward and then back in again. So, oh man. But yeah, it is, okay. Yeah, that's just nuts. Okay, let me see if I can finally fix the YouTube chat over here. I don't know why it's not working here. Let me see. Current subscribers. All right, Stratus. Why is it? Here we go. YouTube chat. Yeah, so that's some funny news. And then I'll let you guys see if you can put on some. Let's see if it's working now. Come on, there we go. There we go. Now it's working. Alrighty. Hello, Heartless Fiend, Brian Rock, Rail Fan, Adam Becerra, A2R Gaming, and David Jackson. Welcome aboard. Okay, let's keep on going. We're flying through here. Okay, regulators ask for more information on the Union Pacific Norfolk Southern merger. So here's some good news. It's actually, it looks like there's going to be some more information coming out of here. It looks like they're going to be actually trying to push the brakes, pat the brakes on this a little bit, because it needs to, it needs to not happen, but at the very least, there needs to be a lot more scrutiny thrown into this merger, which is an absolute disaster waiting to happen. The request for documents to be submitted prior to the revised application likely could include highly sensitive data related to the $85 billion deal, the first to be evaluated under more stringent rules enacted in 2001 after mergers in the 1990s led to serious rail service meltdowns. Oh, but mergers are a great thing. Mergers are a great thing. According to Jim Venner, we have to move forward. Don't think about the past, move forward. Even though the past is kind of indicative of what future events are going to be like. But yeah, this is, there we go. The request included in the 7-page decision released Wednesday, March 18th, follows a March 3rd letter to the STB from the Department of Justice saying such documents are of critical importance and reflect real-time business decisions and forecasts concerning the merging company's operations and forecasts of future market conditions. The DOJ said such documentation is typical when it and the Federal Trade Commission review mergers, guided by the Hart-Scott-Rodino antitrust legislation. There we go. Good. And look, the good thing about this, at least with the more departments that are involved with this, because this is the stuff that we've had to deal with trying to get anything approved, anything done. Okay? Look at how long Brightline was in basically bureaucratic hell because the EPA study, the EIS study, the this, the that, and everything else. So you know what? Good. It's time for it to go the other way around. Okay? And finally, this is going to happen. Look, it looks like you have the DOJ now involved, the Federal Trade Commission. So yeah, all these multiple departments now being involved with this, which it was going to happen at some point. But now with more stringent guidelines now put into this, yeah, that's going to definitely make it. It's going to push this deadline. Union Pacific and Norfolk Southern aren't going to get this merger in as timely of a manner as they thought they would. So that was good. And look, at the very best thing we could ask for, at least, apart from this not happening, is as much of a delay as possible. That's it. That's as best. And you know what? Any delay in this sort of regard or manner is a win. It's an absolute win. Alrighty, moving on. This absolute silliness here. After 10 years, LA Metro is finally breaking ground on this massive 19-mile light rail on wheels, set to open in late 2027. Light rail on wheels. Don't trains already have wheels? Oh, no. They're talking about a bus rapid transit. The tranny trains. You will never be a train. You will always be a bus. You're not a train. So yeah, this is what they're trying to pass on as light rail on wheels, aka a bus. Look at this. Hold on. What the hell was that creature that just popped out? Oh, he looked like he just saw somebody explode in front of him. Look at this guy. I don't know. Wait, what? I'm not even listening to what this is saying. This guy, he looks like oh man, from the Men in Black. You know what I'm talking about? Oh man, like he looks like Steve Buscemi's character from the Men in Black. Now I gotta get that. Oh man, where is it? Come on. No, it wasn't Steve Buscemi. Okay, what was the character in Men in Black? Okay, for some reason I thought it was Steve Buscemi. Hold on. Oh, man, now I got so sidetracked by this guy. Oh man, let me see. Come on, where is it? There we go. Jack Jeeves, that's the guy I'm looking for. There we go. That's the guy I'm looking for. There we are. Okay, it's not letting me get. There we go. Come on. Come on. There it is. This is what it looks like. Oh man. Oh, wait.
Look at this dude. Wait till you see the. No.
Okay. All right. That's enough. All right. I'm wasting too much time on this. Okay. Well, there you go. That's at least. I said we're gonna have at least some laughs in this. That was an unexpected one. I was not planning for that. But anyway. Yeah, this is the stupid thing they're talking about is a ridiculous bus rapid transit system. That's all. That's all this is. Light rail on wheels. Never forget what they're calling that. Light rail on wheels. Oh, okay. First of all, who actually said this? Light rail on wheels. Who said this? Who said this in the article here? Who's actually called this that? I may be in this actual video here. I don't know, but that's LA's bus rapid transit designed to function more like a light rail than a typical bus route. Then build light rail. Oh man, this is so stupid. But anyway, yeah. Anyway, well, it was good till while it lasted. Anyway, let's keep on moving forward. All right. Let's see. Let me just give myself 10 minutes here to run through the rest of this stuff. 10 minutes. I think I can do it. Let's get through it. Okay. But yeah, we can't build anything cool. Here's from Japan. Wait, what is this? There's an insanely long bridge south of Florida, right? I had no idea something like that existed. Yeah, it used to be this is built on Henry Flagler's railroad. That's the funny part. And then somebody said, imagine if somebody tried building this today. We do live in a museum of passion projects, museum being the key word here. Yep. It's like I keep saying, we live on the bones of an old country. It's a bones of a better country. That's what we're living on. Alrighty. Speaking of things getting worse, that was the funny bit here, guys. You had your funny bit. Now, time to go into the bad news. A record 104.3 million Americans are outside the labor force, exceeding the COVID peak of 103.7 million. This figure includes retirees, students, stay-at-home parents, and discouraged workers. That's what they don't talk about when they say, oh, the unemployment rate is just 4.3%. Remember, when we looked at the Shadow Stats statistics years ago, it was at 25%. Now, Shadow Stats hasn't been updated in like 2 or 3 years. But I can guarantee you, the real unemployment rate the real unemployment rate is probably closer enough to 25% or 30% at this rate. I mean, 104.3 million Americans, look, minus children and people who can't work. I know the children yearn for the mines, but they can't work. That's just the law. But the thing is that you have so many people who can work, so many people who are also underemployed, that there's still a majority of graduates, 10 years after they graduate, are still not working in the position that they should be in. So that's a lot to uncover there. The real unemployment rate is certainly not 3 or 4%. It's definitely double digits. It's been double digits for quite a long time. Here's another thing we saw that's caused quite a stir on X this week. You need to be paid $10,000 a week to have the same spending power as a kid working McDonald's in July of 1971. The math said it's that bad now. Now, could that be an exaggeration? Probably, but it's not too far away from the actual truth. Here, according to Grok, in 1971, the U.S. federal minimum wage was $1.60 an hour. Gold traded at $40. So that bought 1.59 ounces of gold per week. Today, gold is about $5,000. I mean, it did drop a good bit today, but I mean, let's just keep it at $5,000, right? Same gold purchasing power equals about $8,000 a week or $200 an hour. That's a direct gold measured equivalent. Even divide that in half. Say it's $100 an hour. Say it's $50 an hour. The fact is that it's bad. It's just bad. The rate of inflation here is off the charts. Now, who knows if it has to be $10,000 a week or whatever to equal that. There's a lot of flubbery between whichever way you want to go ahead and track inflation, whether it's through CPI, whether it's through Shadow Stats, whether it's through whatever type of math you want to put to it. The thing is, we can all feel it. There's something wrong. There's something absolutely wrong. And it's not going to get better. Because Pentagon tells Congress the first week of the Iran war costs $11.3 billion. An Associated Press source says. You know what else costs about $11.3 billion? That's about like $2 billion more the cost of building Brightline. Yeah, between Miami and Orlando. It's about $10 billion. That's about the cost of Brightline within a week. Just gone. It's just gone, just like that, just gone, yeah, that's it. Oh, and now it's about $18 billion. This is from today. Now this is probably even like maybe that number's probably lagging behind. $18 billion, the cost of this stupid war. There goes the infrastructure money again. So it just keeps getting worse and worse. All right, okay. Speaking of, so $18 billion. $18 billion. We spent bombing overseas to make it look like, Indiana.
If you're trying to travel to and from Indianapolis without a car, the options are limited. I'm WRTV's Annabelle Katie, and I'll show you how potential plans to expand Amtrak service are in the works.
I would rather use a train than drive.
It's been more than 2 years since the Indiana Department of Transportation.
Okay. I mean, this is how bad we are. I'm sorry. We spent $18 billion. $18 billion in a war for our country to look like this. We are so look at this. There's cracks along the road. The road's cracked. Look at this. It's just Greyhound buses. The whole station's falling apart. Our country is cooked, man. Look at it.
If you're trying to travel to and from Indianapolis without a car, the options are limited. I'm WRTV's Annabelle Katie, and I'll show you how potential plans to expand Amtrak service are in the works.
I would rather use a train than drive.
It's been more than 2 years since the Indiana Department of Transportation received federal grant to expand.
Oh man, look at the sad state of this.
Officials are looking to restore daily service between Indianapolis
Okay,
and
all right, yeah, but I mean,
Right now, it
we
only
just don't have our
operates
priorities
300
straight. We don't have our priorities straight. Let's go bomb Iran, a country that simultaneously, I guess, they figured out quantum mechanics and time travel. It's forget Steins Gate. They have Epstein's Gate. They can simultaneously for the last 30 years be 2 weeks away from making a nuclear weapon. Okay, it's Schrodinger's. They live in a quantum state. Schrodinger's Iran. They are both, so dangerous, but yet we can beat them. They're 2 weeks away from making a nuclear weapon since before I was born. Before any of you guys were more or less born. They've been saying this. And look at this. I mean, look at what our country looks like. We can't even get daily Amtrak service between two major metropolitan areas in the Midwest, between Indianapolis and Chicago. And here's an Amtrak representative saying the same thing.
Late night and early morning, you're much less likely to use us because we're not as much of a utility for you. So what we've been looking at is daily service and multiple daily trains.
Yeah, that's just obvious. This just makes sense. Nobody is going to take a train at 4 a.m. in the morning that takes 8 to 12 hours to get from Indianapolis to Chicago. That's a given. There's so many different city pairs that are suffering from that same type of silliness because that's not where the funding is going. We can't do that. We can't do that. Let's do this. That's the priority. That's priority number one right here. That's where it's at. Okay, you silly consumer. You silly cattle. You're the last of our concerns right now. The last of our concerns. Yeah, indeed. Yeah. Oh man. Oh boy. All right. What else do I have here? Five more minutes. I'm almost there, guys. I'm almost there. Okay, and then we'll end it on a good note over here. We're almost there. Bart. Bart was supposed to be luxury transportation. This is what Bart looked like. You kind of see a sort of difference in how people dressed and
to resist heat and glare. This is a full-scale model of the broad gauge, lightweight electric car.
We hope Bay Area residents, given a choice, will choose to ride on rapid transit in luxurious, air-conditioned, 80-mile-an-hour comfort.
No, they need a light rail on wheels.
Rather than drive to work in their cars day after day on the crowded freeways.
Now the guests will get a first look at the full-scale model of the design car.
I've never seen anything like it. Did you see this adjustable reading light?
Sort of like a jet, only it seems more roomy in here.
Oh, more roomy, yeah, definitely. Seems like a jet, only more roomy in here. Gee, I wonder why Bart was supposed to be luxury transportation. We have fallen so far. Gee, I wonder why. I wonder why people don't want to go on Bart. Bart takeover robbery, 40 to 60 teens. The teens, the youths, swarm the train and hold up riders. I wonder why. I wonder what has happened to Bart. Okay, anyway, let's keep going away. Speaking of California, they're finally doing it. They're finally putting down rail. Look at.
It was January when we drove the spikes into the rails. And
no.
They don't even know how to. Did you see this?
It was January.
That's why it's not. That's why they're not building anything. These people are jokes. These people are jokes. I mean, look at the difference between that now and then. Even the people who did the BART, okay, like this guy sitting right here probably has like 3 times the amount of testosterone as this guy over here. Look at that. Look at. Oh man! California High Fair recently celebrated the completion of the Southern Railhead site. 150-acre site for track installation materials and more. Includes workshop, maintenance yard, and storage. 10 miles of temporary train tracks installed. But not temporary. Temporary train tracks installed for receiving and delivering material. I got a little spicy with my reply here. That's what should be happening. Keep them working. Let them finish it before the Olympics. Don't know how a hammer works by then. That's yeah. This is our pathetic ruling class. By the way, this is why nothing gets done in this country. Pathetic ruling class don't even know how to hold or use a hammer. Okay, look, this is not a Japanese princess breaking for those of you who know what I'm talking about. Yeah, that video of like the crown princes of Japan groundbreaking or whatever. It's like, yeah, I get it. Okay, fine. You know, a dainty little princess probably has never held a hammer in her life. Fine. But you are in charge of the largest infrastructure project in this country. And this is how you show up?
I think it was January when we drove.
No. Get him to work. Get him to work. Come on. Let's go. Get him to work. Get him working. This is what an absolute joke, man. This is here we are. Okay, here's something funny. Here you go, guys. Okay, we have good things. Oh, somebody's gonna dare. Somebody dared. Here you are. Okay, here you can listen to it. There you are.
Oh no.
Imagine the smell. And he just walks out, looks at it. Oh no. No, sir, do not read it. And there you go. I mean, who thought who was gonna win that? Did you think the truck was gonna win? You think the truck was gonna win? No, the sad state of our country. All right, but you guys have some good news. There's some good news, cause just today, the Secretary of Transportation, Sean Duffy. That's right, Secretary of Transportation is putting out a contest, I guess, challenge. Beautifying Transportation Infrastructure Challenge, bringing together a dream team of architects and engineers to usher in the golden age of transportation. If you have a big idea, apply below. Now, of course, I threw in my hat in the gamut, and I will be throwing in my hat in the gamut here for maglev. And it's a lot easier now, guys. You have access to AI to kind of help make some little images and videos, all that sort of stuff. It's definitely something to learn. I'm definitely going to start to do a little stuff like this when I get some free time, sometime. But go ahead. This is something that I know you all have a whole bunch of ideas in the proposals channel here on Discord, on the American Rail Club Grand Central Station. By the way, if you guys haven't joined, do join. It's in the description below. Go ahead, join us here on Discord. It's fun, and we will be hearing from all of us on Discord in just a little bit. But yes, the challenge submission period is between March 13th, 2026, last week, and May 13th, 2026. Yeah, transportation infrastructure connects the nation, shaping the physical character of our communities and the daily experience of the American public. Yeah, something we definitely know about. Okay, so these concepts demonstrate how infrastructure can uplift and beautify public transportation spaces, inspire the human spirit, and ennoble the United States. The challenge seeks visual and conceptual renderings that reimagine essential transportation infrastructure, such as bridges and overpasses, transit and mobility hubs, corridors and streetscapes, transportation-connected public spaces and plazas, gateways and entries, rural and small community transportation features, intermodal and infrastructure connections. So guys, go ahead, get going. I know what I'm going to be doing. Get your proposals, start rolling up Gemini. Don't do it in Paint. I know some of you guys are some paintinistas out there. Even do something that's, but don't make it slop. Make it some good AI slop. Get some good gruel in there, some AI gruel, not some slop. But yeah, so definitely stuff I'm gonna be definitely putting my hat in the ring in there. I think you guys should too. Look, it's something you have an idea. It's a good idea to do. By the way, this is the last bit over here that we're talking about. But look, you guys have a chance to do something good here. Yeah, do I really have faith in the Secretary of Transportation of the United States of America within the Trump administration? Probably not. I'm gonna be honest. I don't really have that much of a... Not really not. But it's a chance. And the worst thing that can happen is that he doesn't do anything. But you at least have and put out an idea out there. And who knows who else will pick it up, and who knows what else. Look, this channel, at least here, has inspired a good amount of people. I know I haven't been the best on keeping on things here on the channel going as much as possible. At least I'm doing at least one weekly stream. That's it. And keeping you guys on here and letting you all chime in. That's at least giving you guys a pedestal to talk here on a soapbox. That's at least something. But you never know. You just never know. So who knows what will happen. So I'll leave you guys with this. We lost the best coach after Newt Rockne and Notre Dame, Lou Holtz, passed away. Passed away this week, but here, I always try to end it on a good note. So here's at least something here. My wife shared this, and I'm gonna share this with all you guys. So here you go.
Nothing more than making good choices. You choose to do drugs, drop out of school, join a gang, get tattoos, get arrested, you choose to have difficulty in life, and stop blaming me. So all I tried to do was teach our children, teach our athletes how to make good choices.
Right.
And the best way to make good choices is follow 3 simple rules. And I'm an old man. My birthday candles cost more than a cake, but I've never needed a 4th rule. Rule number 1 is do what's right. Never right time to do the wrong thing, never wrong time to do the right thing. If you have any doubt about what's right or wrong, get out the Bible. You do the right thing, you're going to build trust with other people. When you have trust, you can have a relationship. My wife and I have been married together 116 years, 58 apiece, but together 116, because we can trust one another. That's why it's important just to always do the right thing. Rule number 2, if you'll do everything to the very best of your ability, not because somebody's looking, not because somebody's going to applaud you, it's just the way you live. And the last thing, and the most important thing, is let people know you genuinely care. Everybody you're going to meet has a problem, has a difficulty, needs a kind word, a smile, and encouragement. Why do we wait for somebody to have a difficulty in their life, or why don't we tell people how much they mean to us? And just like you tell your children, you may be president, you may end up in jail, or somewhere in between, but there are 3 things never going to change. You're always going to be my child. I'm always going to love you, and I'm always going to be here for you. And don't ever forget that.
All right, so there you go. That's a good way to end it. There you go. All right, there you go. All right, guys. That's we'll go ahead and go from there. All right, let's see what else is going on in YouTube land. They're not talking about the tabled workers either. They're not talking about this tabled workers. What are we talking about here? Send you info about the Portal Bridge. Oh, okay. Let's see. Let's see what everybody has put on here. If anybody on Discord wants to talk about that, definitely do go ahead and put on. I just wanted to go ahead and go over those small little things before we go ahead and open up Discord. Let's go. Let's open up the stage. Okay, here we go.
Hey, bud.
And here we are.
Good.
Hi, everybody.
Welcome.
Hey. Let me get the bad news out of the way first because I got to get this out. Demetrius, well, the Modern Trade Club in my area, they're getting kicked out of the mall.
Oh,
I got
what?
I got the link to their Instagram in a Instagram video, but it's also another friend of mine.
Where is
their
the
business
Instagram
getting
video?
kicked.
I'm looking for it. But that's a funny
I
meme.
did
IRA meme.
resend-
Minor train.
I did resend it.
Okay.
It's at the bottom.
There you go. And funny enough, I just found that at the same time. There we go. Okay, let's see. Here we are. Charleston Area Model Railroad.
With some of those impacted.
Yep.
Okay, let me see. Oh, I don't know.
Several businesses here in the Citadel Mall,
This would
including this one, have been
infuriate y'all
given
because
notices
get what
to
they're-
vacate
get why
to
they're
make room
kicking
for
them out.
NUSC's expansion of their
Oh,
healthcare
okay.
services. 3 businesses
Freaking
inside the
work.
Citadel Mall
Trains.
moving out before the summer.
It was emotional for me as well.
No, we're
but
not.
I did know that it was
That's a
going to
friend of
happen.
mine
I just didn't
business.
realize-
Her business getting kicked out too.
Oh man, yeah, that's happening. There's a whole lot of malls that are closing down. There's a whole lot of business being told to vacate. This happened here. Like 2 different malls in Indianapolis have done the same thing. But yeah, that sucks for a model railroad club now. In
Wait,
there.
There's
What happened?
there's Royal Club in the mall.
Listen to why they're
Yeah.
kicking out.
So
Listen to it.
okay, so for those of you guys who aren't aware, so a lot of these malls that were built up in the 70s, 80s, and 90s have just basically been sitting empty. So the leasing rates in these malls are dead cheap. The problem is that nobody really still comes to the malls anymore, and that's the reason why they're cheap. So they've been cheap enough for people who have like little boutique stores that have a good enough following online, or for clubs, or for gaming. Like if you want to go ahead and play Warhammer or something like that, there's like a game store where they'll have like, every other night they're gonna have a whole game session night or something like that. But
well, here's the thing that the malls have to do. They had to do this years ago. They needed to evolve and upgrade and welcome in new stores and just
Minor Tree,
get more people attracted, like the area around them. Try and build up the area around them.
Well, Minor Tree, let me get it done, because
that was dumb truck.
Reason why they're kicking.
That was me. You had the wrong person, David.
Well, sorry, I'm sick right now. I'm sick.
Oh, dude, I don't blame you. I am literally the same way.
Well, what's going on is that reason why they're kicking them out is because of health care. Because of goddamn fucking health care. Like, watch the whole video till the end, and they'll talk about the play called MUSC.
All right,
the Charleston Area Model Railroad Club opened for 16 years.
normal
Arctic 2 opened for 4 years,
thing.
and the Charleston Planetarium opened for
Well,
less than a year. All notified at the end of February
All right,
that
hold on,
the
we're
completely
watching it,
moved
Dave.
out before or by May 31st, putting a strain on businesses and nonprofits to find a place under such short notice.
Since we are a nonprofit organization, the problem right now that we're kind of running into with this unfortunate circumstance is that places now have such a high rent.
The Medical University of South Carolina purchased over 330,000 square feet of Citadel Mall last December, including spaces leased by these small businesses.
Because they want to expand MUSC to add more health care.
Okay, so and that's also been another thing. So like either like Amazon will go ahead and buy these malls, or you have universities now. There's another university I heard that bought another mall to have classes on.
Yeah, actually, it makes perfect sense for a university to buy a mall.
Yeah. Now, why? Let me see. Unless it's a Simon Group. Yeah, true, Adam.
Unless it's public group.
Yeah,
after
Simon
the
Property Group is
2011
pretty
Joplin, Missouri tornado,
upscale.
they turned that. After the 2011 Joplin tornado, they turned the mall into a high school.
Too. But I also want to bring up to it that I had to pay over $36 to get an Uber home today, because of how jacked up the prices of Uber are because of the war.
Yep.
Literally, I had to pay over $36 just to get home.
Oh man, goodness gracious! Yeah, and then and that's the thing. It's like, how many hours of work is that? Like, to go like let's here just real quick math, David. 36 hours to get home. I mean, sorry, $36 to get home. Okay, and let's say getting paid. I'm not quite sure what you're getting paid, and please don't share how much you're getting paid. But let's just say
$16.75 an hour.
Okay, I said you don't have to say it, but let's just bump it up to 17. Okay, that's 2 hours of your salary gone to get to work, and that's not to get to work and back from work. So that's 4. Yeah, exactly. Now it's 4 hours of your salary gone. That's half a working day. That's 8 hours of working. That's gone. Half of your salary is being eaten up by transportation to get to work.
It infuriating when you start realizing what happens, because literally, and I'm going to bring it up, that would seem, but let me get back to saying, like, the Citadel Mall, like, a lot of people are now have a vendetta against the owner of the mall. People are pissed.
Yeah, I think the bad thing about this is that they didn't, they apparently signed with this university this leasing agreement back in December. They should have told all the everybody there, all the renters there, that said, hey, you have a couple more months to get going. Not you have 2 months to go by.
Well,
not even 2 months.
Not even, yeah.
Now here, there going to be lawsuits, because they're going to be lawsuits because the people, they did paid for another 2 more years of rent, like 2 weeks before they got the vacation notice.
Yeah, no, okay, no, that's definitely illegal. Yeah, no, definitely take that to court. If that's the case, yeah, that's completely illegal.
Meaning they're going to be lawsuit and they're going to be sued.
All right. Well, I hope that goes through. But yeah, David, how do you feel that Trump's director of national economic security thinks that you're the last of the concerns right now?
Bullshit. I think that bullshit and they all need to be thrown in a wood chipper or thrown to the dog.
Yep, there you
what
go.
What about Northrop Grumman's shareholders? You got to think about the shareholders.
The shareholders, David.
They only reached the peak of the shareholder price early, like on the 3rd of this month. It's been down $50 since.
Oh man.
Well,
yeah, no, but this, yeah, yeah, that's just the terrible thing. It's like, look, it's hurting real people. It's hurting us. It's hurting you. It's hurting us all. Yeah. And it sucks.
Well, I do have some good railroad news, and it's from a short line. Being rehab in Louisiana. I have the link. I got 3 short line articles.
Well, we'll go back to those short line articles, David. Let's try to keep it to how we did last time. One topic per person, and then we'll go around the whole gamut. Okay, Minor Tree.
Yeah, I mean, other than besides the fact that once the bomb started falling, the oil prices really didn't go up, at least for a week, and it really didn't hit at least here for a week after that. So you're seeing that fuel prices are usually on a 2 to 3 week delay. So even if the bomb stopped falling today, you're still talking about at least through the end of this month before prices would fall again. And it would probably take another month just to recover. But even if you're like, oh, let's just find a ways around oil. Well, there's a way to view it. All right, let's just say hypothetically, there's a country, we'll call it country A, and it consumes X amount of fuel. Option 1, a new technology comes along, and if you install it in your vehicle, you double the fuel economy of that vehicle. Option 2, that technology doesn't exist, but people are like, all right, let's find valuable alternatives. Battery electric vehicles, compressed natural gas, or whatever. And then have to people choose that. And it also lowers the fuel demand by half. And then option 3, none of those options are chosen, but you rezone the places so you can walk more, bike more, or take mass transit. Each of those 3 options lowers the fuel demand by half. Now, question, how much of each of those options would you prefer? Because if you decide, you know what, let's choose one and go with it, that takes 20 years before it goes to across the nation. 30 to 50 years if you throw in delays and people fighting change and all that stuff. So even if we started today, which can be easy, is just saying, all right, how many are going to continue to drive gasoline or diesel powered vehicles? How many are going to choose an alternate viable alternative, or who's going to be biking, riding a bike, or just taking mass transit? So if you're reasonable about it, you can see 60 to 70% fuel reduction. And as we saw last week, 2/3 of the oil is turned into fuel already. So that's lowering your fuel needs by at least 40%.
Yeah.
So what happens when 40% of the oil you need is no longer demanded?
Yeah, and there's a whole
trail
trailing cost by there. And the other thing is that even, again, like to your point, even if the bombs were to stop dropping, a lot of those refineries have been hit. They've been damaged. It's going to take a while for them to get back online again, to get back to full capacity.
We have to do it ourselves.
Yeah.
We need to take the oil out of the ground, and we need to take it to our countries that want it, and then they can refine it themselves.
Well, and here's the other thing. Even with the Jones Act being suspended to try to even alleviate the gas prices, the problem is that the sentiment is still the prices are going to go higher. Because these are all commodities that are traded on by people who are just going to say, well, if it's going up, I'm going to also start buying into it too. Or if it's going down, I'm going to sell too. And then you have a cascade of emotions throughout the whole market and commodities trading that cycles into that. That's kind of the sick thing about everything that we buy, sell, eat, use. It's all traded like Pokemon cards on a market. But yeah, and here's the thing, which is we don't have that capability. Like you were explaining, Minor Tree, that we have to have already a system set up here to be self-reliant, and we don't. We've squandered decades upon decades.
Well, hang on. We kind of do. We kind of do if we use our current rail system that we have in place as a starting point.
True, that is true, but you also have to realize any the fuel refineries that got hit during this last skirmish, just from the damage alone, they're not going to be brought back online this year, even if they start repairing them tomorrow.
Yeah.
So, if anything, the fuel prices are going to at least stay pretty high, at least through the end of the summer.
Oh yeah, and this war is probably going to last at least till the summer, at the very least. This is not a 2-week special operation. This is not 15 days to slow the spread. This is not 2 days.
It's not like Russia where we're going to be like, oh, the special military operation.
2 weeks
military operation.
Oh, it's only going to take 2 days. At least Trump is like, hey guys, this is probably going to take longer than we were hoping.
No, it's gonna be. We've already won. We won. Frankly, I believe we've already won. We just have to.
Well, last time it took
I
only,
see it this way.
4 hours.
Yeah,
and all they did was go in, yoink El Presidente,
Look at the
walk
Hall
away.
of Fame in the cent.
Yeah.
Yeah. Enjoy your stupid baseball classic win, Venezuela. Freaking. At least we can take the president whenever we feel like it. At least we can take that.
Listen, when what's going on with Iran, I think it's like, oh, we're going to war, but I just lost my chain of thought. Of course I did.
Oh man.
Well, in order for there to be war, the president has to go to Congress and require them to vote on it, and they haven't done so since December 1941. So asking Congress to do something that not even their parents or even grandparents even did, that's going to be a tall order.
Yeah, I
don't think that. And here's the thing: they've been threatening that they're going to take it to Congress. They haven't. They didn't do it under Bush. They didn't do it under Nixon. They haven't done it, and they won't. They haven't done it under both Bushes.
We are.
Yeah. Well, they gave the war powers over to Nixon, and they've just expanded it ever since.
Yeah.
So, and the thing is with Iran, I just got my chain of thought back. Iran isn't going to last that long. Isn't going to last. It'll probably be by the end of the summer. They'll raise the white flag when there's nobody left of their government.
I mean, they've been having no money left. It was supposed to be 4 hours. It was supposed to be 48. It was supposed to be 2 weeks. They're still at it. I mean, the point is that the damage is done. The damage is still getting done. Even if we were to go ahead and get a quote-unquote win out of Iran in the next 3 months, at what cost would that be? I
got a March Madness game for you to turn on if you want to watch some overtime.
Who's playing?
Thanks, but no thanks.
VCU, North Carolina is in overtime.
Okay, I'm waiting for tomorrow for University of Florida. Maybe we can get a chomp win again. That's That was at least a good thing about the last March Madness. So let's see if it can happen again, because Wisconsin's out.
Well,
I don't think Gonzaga's going to get anywhere, so whatever.
Well, as long as your brackets are still good. If they're not, well, there goes all your betting money.
I've done no bracket this year, so who cares? All right, let's keep moving. Adam, what's up? Which article do you want to go over here?
I'm here. The recent one I posted about the self-loop Chaco.
This is actually the same thing I was just going to talk about too, which is funny.
Okay, so this one on
there's like 4 stations.
Hold on, one at a time. Okay, so Amtrak rail yard sale in the South Loop. Is that the one?
Yes, that's one.
Okay, here we go. Let's go over it. Okay.
Isn't that the yard like right next to like the main Union Station?
No, this is the one over like the. Let me see. South Loop Yard could lead to a new Chicago White Sox stadium. Let's see. White Sox owner in waiting, Justin Ishbia, invited famous Sox fan Pope Leo XIV to throw out a first pitch if and when a new ballpark is built in Chicago. Yeah, because the White Sox have moved all over the place, and now they're looking to build somewhere else now.
South Loop Yard is actually right by Union Station.
Okay, that's where it is. Yeah, all right.
I don't know how they fit a baseball stadium there, but honestly, I don't think it's worth it. That yard has been the focal point of Amtrak for years. I don't know why you'd want to get rid of it.
Yeah. Hold on. Let me see if I can bring it up on the map. For some reason, the picture confused me. I'm like, wait a second. Union Station is all the way in there, and I'm saying, okay, it's a South Loop. Okay. Give me a second. Let me go ahead and bring it up. Let's see.
But the Amtrak yard is south of the station.
Yeah, it's the one south of the station. It's literally there. It's the main Chicago yard.
Right. Let me bring it up here. Okay.
I don't think it's worth it. You've done it for years. I think you should keep it.
They build it on top and then have the station underground below it. That might work.
That's a lot of. I'm just going to give you my construction experience. That's a lot of pillars, a lot of money, and a lot of concrete. You would spend a lot more than it would be building a new rail yard.
I know that much, but I also know that if you have mass transit stop around where home base is, you don't have to build an additional mass transit stop. You can already put it into the existing network.
I don't even think they have enough room for the pillars to support that kind of weight.
And how about the yard next to it? Is that Norfolk Southern or BNSF?
No, I was thinking they should build it in like the Development 78. That's where I'd put it.
I'm telling you, all the tracks connected to Union Station. That's thin.
They would probably see. I think Metro would probably also join in and sell off their main location. If not, then like Amtrak would continue to use the yard.
Dump trucker.
Oh.
Can you sing?
Oh, by the way, guys, look at the model train. Look at the model train meme. It's super funny.
All right, let's stick on track here. Let's just stick with one thing, and then we'll look at the memes. All right. So let me see. So the MLS Fire just broke ground. That's the soccer team. On a $750 million stadium project in the 78, but the Sox haven't given up hope putting their stadium in the 62-acre development as well. Our White Sox focus has been and continues to be solely on the potential of a new ballpark at the 78, a White Sox spokesperson emailed. Okay, so yeah, that's what you were saying, dumb trucker. Fire owner John Mansueto is building the team's new 22,000-seat stadium with his own money. Yeah, the thing is like, with these stadiums, you can have these stadiums combined. So you can have multiple events there, and I get it. Yeah, soccer is going to be playing within the same time as baseball, but I mean, look, it's you've had it that the Marlins and the Dolphins have played at the same stadium for years and years on end, and now the Marlins play at a stadium where nobody goes to watch their games. The only time they actually have anybody there is during the World Baseball Classic. That was it. I've never seen that many people there at the Marlins Park.
So I think the thing is that stadium idea has kind of just died off.
Yeah. So
the whole baseball football combo has died off, and I don't blame them. The seat setup is weird.
I mean, it's doable, and you're gonna save a lot.
Yes, I guess it would be doable, but it just wouldn't look right, especially if like you've got a baseball game and a football game going on at the same time. Like you win the world, you're gonna have the World Series right around the same time the NFL wants to have a Super Bowl.
Well, the World Series and the Super Bowl don't coincide, but
a baseball game.
Yeah,
my goodness, a baseball game and a football game that might be the NFL. Maybe I'm overthinking that.
Yeah, I mean it's look. I mean. The whole thing, and what they're going to build on the yard, they're going to get rid of the yard to go ahead and build it on there instead of, I don't know, maybe on top of the yard. That may be more of a possibility, but the problem is
I'm saying, but
you gotta remember, like I just said, you would have to have a lot of pillars and you wouldn't really have the clearance to do it.
Yeah, that's
Well,
that's
is
just
it-
going to be more of a headache than anything else.
Well,
And then
you
yeah, then
clearance.
the
So
Bears
who actually owns the
looking
tracks?
to move over to Hammond, Indiana, which I as a Hoosier we don't want them here. They can stay over in Chicago. They're only doing this again to court the Illinois Congress to give them more money. But that's and the state and the city of Chicago to throw them more money their way. But yeah,
I
so-
thought they were going to Gary, Indiana.
yeah,
Then we
Hammond,
got a
Gary,
train
that's
about
all in
the-
the same area. It's right.
That's
It's
in
right over
Indiana,
here.
that's
It's
not
like
Chicago.
basically saying where the New York Giants and the Jets play. They play over in East Rutherford, New Jersey, which is, yeah, it's
Gary,
in the same
Indiana is
area.
going to need a lot more than a football team though to fix their.
Yeah, and let's put it this way: East Rutherford, New Jersey, is a hell of a lot nicer than Gary, Indiana. Yeah, so there's Chicago proper over here.
The only
and then
thing I'd be
there's-
going to Gary, Indiana for two things actually. Either one, get shot, or two, go to the junction where you can see every single freaking railroad.
Yeah, the
At
only
one
thing
railroad
the only thing to
crossing.
do in Gary, Indiana is leave. That's there you go.
I'm
Welcome to
saying-
Gary,
a-
Indiana.
absolutely.
Things to do. Leave.
There's-
Thank
there's
you for
really nothing
thank
to
you
do
for
in
Oh,
visiting.
welcome to Gary, Indiana. You glad you came? Okay, bye bye now before you die.
Yeah. The
Oh,
only
yeah,
thing
but
I
happen-
still got to go
it's
ahead and
a
see
by-
the
it's a by-
dunes, but
it's
that's
a bypass suburb.
That's close by. Alrighty, but no, thank you for that. Thank you for the article there. So that was a good one, Adam. Alrighty, Dump Trucker. Is there anything that you have?
It was literally talking about the Chicago.
Okay, so that
And
was
also,
same thing.
but also California High Speed Rail a little bit. If you didn't go over that, I might have missed it.
Yeah, we did. That they finally started getting ready to put in the tracks. Not putting in
just
the
get
track.
ready
They're
for their
getting-
newest
Yeah.
excuse.
Getting
The newest
ready.
excuse will be, sorry, we can't continue to lay track due to an unexpected delay because apparently they didn't finish a viaduct.
Oh man, it's like you
I'm
don't
saying-
need to finish the viaducts in order to go ahead. And look at them. I mean, this is not how you hold a hammer. These people have never worked an actual day in their life. They've never
This
actually
is when,
touched
dear,
tools.
this is when we need to pull out the baseball bats and do some things, baseball bat things to the California politicians.
Oh man, this is a.
Heck, we did that here in South Carolina too.
Get your baseball bats. Let's go. See you in California.
It's like
now. Let's be reasonable. Let's do a more traditional way. You can put down your baseball bats. They're going to stand before a judge. The judge is going to have nothing to do with it, and he's going to send the bailiff to take them outside down to the city square, and then he's going to lock them in the stockades. And if you got 12 hours or more heads up, there's going to be a cart with a bunch of rotten fruits that you can throw at them later.
No, I was actually no. I was thinking we send them to the back alleyways where the mafia hangs out.
No stockades, and if that doesn't work, we can pull out another traditional method. We just need somebody to go to Walmart and get like a 50-pound bag of chicken feathers, and somebody else. We need you to get some tar, and then we'll just do it a traditional American way. But
You gotta do it to their first thing. You gotta do is you gotta give them a little early warning.
Here's the,
You gotta do
hold
it-
on,
you
hold
gotta
on.
do it to their
We
car.
found the traditional American way over here.
No, that's a newer tradition. The tar and feathering is the more ancient.
That is an
method.
No, what we gotta do is we gotta do it old kingdom style. We gotta have them do it old Roman style with a big old Colosseum.
Yeah, that would be more fun. Yeah, we can put it in the new White Sox Stadium. There we go. Have them in the middle of the new White Sox Stadium and have them duke it out there. And then you can
Duke it out, no guns, just swords.
Yeah, you can go ahead and bet on it on Kalshi and on Poly Market. You can do sports betting on all your
We'll sell,
all your sports betting apps.
we'll sell all the California treats and all the best food
There
in
you
the
go.
entire
you
world.
can DGen max as much as possible on there. There you go.
Hey, we'll pay people. We'll
Governor
pay
Newsom
people to
versus-
show up. We'll
No,
pay
it's
them to
Governor
show up.
Newsom
To get free
versus
food.
the head guy out for the California High Speed Train, sponsored by FanDuel.
We gotta make sure that it's like a Kevin Hart commercial because
No,
apparently
just like March
commercial.
Madness, but instead, just like March Madness, but instead it's a politician.
Yeah, we got to make like an AI commercial about that, like betting on politician Coliseum duels.
You make it to the final
with
four,
Kevin Hart
the final
talking about
four
a same day
politicians
parlay. There we go. Oh man! All righty.
But if we go back to traditional politicians, they would always win.
All right, we're getting derailed over here. Let's go on to the next person. Now Darius has jumped into the conversation. Welcome aboard.
Hello.
Hey. Anything you'd like to share or opine on anything we've talked about today?
Interesting news on Amtrak.
Amtrak.
Which news? Because we've gone about a couple of news on Amtrak.
One of them is.
Yeah. Oh, Val said hey, hello.
Hey, Val.
Hola, Dimitri. Hi.
Hello.
Well, where can
All right. Darius, go ahead. What were you saying there?
Yeah, like he said hi.
All right.
What if people
All right. Okay, Darius, go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay. All right. Where was I?
Amtrak.
So.
Yeah, which bit of Amtrak news were you saying was interesting?
Oil independence. Oil independence.
It's a cold Sunday.
We talked about oil independence and Prudhoe Bay. There's been a temporary.
Oh boy.
Okay, guys. Okay, look, I don't want to say this again. Look, when we have somebody speaking, let's just give him a chance over here. Darius, go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah. What about Prudhoe Bay, Alaska, and oil expansion here, so we can get here a hold in light of these crises? Because even if it is as it is that they say that Iran is like these are like a death cult.
How about tissue?
Oh, no, the oil production in Alaska?
With manufacturing and all of that.
Yeah, no, and that sort of thing is possible. The problem is that, again, to what there's a lot of oil that needs to be. We do export a lot of oil in the United States, and the United States is still the #1 oil producer. The problem is that the global market is also affected. So remember, you have 20% of the world's oil going through the Strait of Hormuz. Not necessarily our oil going through there, but Japan gets 70% of their oil from that goes through that strait. China gets a good amount of that oil from the strait. And guess where all those products that we get from China? Well, they need that oil in order to go ahead and make and ship and supply those products. So if it costs more money for China to make a Wuxia or Wizit or whatever, the same thing for Japan. If it takes them more money to go ahead and make whatever widgets we're using from them, well, everything is going to cost more. And if they have to also speculate more on the price of Brent crude that goes up, well, the price for everybody goes up throughout the whole entire planet. So that's kind of the issue with that. Now, we would have less of a brunt. We would have less, instead of, the gas going up $2 or $3 a gallon within 1 month, maybe it'll go 50 cents up within a month if we had more independence and energy independence and infrastructure that actually worked. But we're neither here nor there. And unfortunately, like Miner Tree explained, we're 40 years, 50 years backwards from where we could be due to just the squandering of just, okay, we're spending $18 billion to go ahead and bomb the hell out of Iran. For what? They're still shooting rockets into Israel. They're still shooting missiles over. And
we don't have a functioning drone production base.
No, we don't. And here's the other thing. So funny you mentioned drones, because Anduril is building a new factory that they're trying to make a new drone in just days. Now, it's still going to take them a bit. It's going to take them months to go ahead and build that, even at the fastest speed possible. Let me see if I can bring up that article real quick. But this is the thing that I'm talking about. We're so far behind that the United States government and the military is basically copying the drone design, the Shahed drone, off of Iran. They're copying drone designs from Iran when we should be like the pinnacle of technology. I mean, I could get maybe China. but Iran, of which again we Fox News calls them a
If a
death
tiny
cult and
little
backwards, but
drone
we're
can-
copying their drone designs. I mean, how far behind are we when it comes to that?
Actually, that isn't really far behind. That's actually quite genius. You just put a little lawnmower motor on it. You just let it fly, and you can. It's cost attributable with numbers. It wears out air defense, costing millions and millions of dollars for each missile, very easily. And these missiles instead could have been taken out by small little tiny quadcopter drones.
Yeah, and that's what's happening over in Ukraine. I mean, they even have like some Ukrainian drone operators now helping out the U.S. and Israeli military. But there you go. Is that the problem is like this? These are all lessons that for all the money that we spent already. All the money that we spent already in Ukraine since 2022. This is stuff that we already should have been prepared for.
Yeah, and to add to the last point, when Germany decided to close down their nuclear plants and Russia decided to go on their little adventure into Ukraine, it caused them to basically run out of energy, and so their industrial plant has basically gone away.
The 2-week adventure plus 4 years.
Well, it was supposed to be a 3-day adventure that got out of hand.
Come on, Ivan. 3 days back and forth. We'll be back home. 15-minute adventure.
And they're back after 3 months, and it's like, oh, it's not that bad. You only lost a leg.
No, the whole war is just still. How many people are dying on both sides, both Ukrainians and Russians? Like this is.
I think it was. I think it was around 1,000 Russian and Ukrainians were getting injured or killed each day.
Really?
And that was just being an average. But for most part, getting the oil from Prudhoe Bay up in Alaska down, that can address part of the issue. Sure, Alaska and Texas provides the bulk.
And there could be a pipeline link across the Americas through Canada.
Yeah, and there is not only the Alaska.
Do it.
I mean, it's
But
100%
I think you
doable.
gave permission.
Because the problem is even if the pipelines were approved tomorrow, guess what? It'll still take 8 to 10 years to build it out.
Yeah.
So yes, we're solving the problem, but ideally you'd want to make sure you'd have the least amount of energy being produced for oil and natural gas. So you'd need nuclear, hydroelectric, geothermal to be the base load power. And if you do it right, that's what, 80 to 90% of your energy. The rest can be whatever mix you want. But even if we start building that out now, that's still 20 to 50 years to build out.
Yeah, and it's, this is the silly thing. It's just it shouldn't be taking 20 to 50 years to build much of anything. To your point of what it costs the military-industrial complex to build anything. I mean, what like some of the figures being told about the Moab bombs that it takes 2 years to build a Moab, which is that sounds ridiculous. I mean, that either sounds like an error, or that sounds like somebody was taking the wrong thing, but apparently it's more true than not. Some of these, like Tomahawk missiles, we don't have anywhere near the capacity. It takes several months to take one. But yet, I mean, these we're talking about, military technology and equipment that cost millions upon millions of dollars for just one, or billions. But yet you have things coming out like this, and this is the look. If there's at least a bright spot, and I know this is a little weird to call this a bright spot, but I mean, we're talking about ways to make things better over here. But some guy in his cave with a box of scraps can go ahead and for $96 and a 3D printer create a DIY man pads, a man portable air defense system for $96.
I mean, it could be worse. You go back to the 1960s, and
you can get a $1,000 drone with just little quadcopter wing.
Yeah. Okay. Minor true speaking, but good point. Good point.
Yeah, but you can go back to the 1960s when the government's like, we need to build this thing called Atomic Annie, which is a cannon that shoots nuclear artillery rounds, and they go to the guy. He's like, what do you think? And he's like, come back in 15 days. And 15 days later, he's like, yep, I've got the nuke. I put it in this artillery round. It works. Come pick it up. It's like, yeah, and now, hey, it's the Gulf War. We need you to take these old artillery barrels, hollow them out, fill them up with explosive fuels, and we need to make them into bunker busters. And you got that done in less than 2 months. But now, it's going to take us 6 months just to build the tooling, just so we can start working on it.
Yeah, we're so far behind. And look at this. At least this guy put out a bill of materials over here to show you exactly how much it costs. There you go, $96. Do you see anybody from the DoD or any of the military industrial complex? They'll charge $96 for a bolt. And I'm not kidding. Okay, because I worked on that side, especially for the engines within the Bradleys, because those were all Cummins diesel engines. Yeah, it's funny because the same part that would go into the similar engine, same part, same bolt, or same, let's say, fuel rail or filter or anything like that, particularly the filter. Filter for the same engine, same code and everything like that for consumer grade would be about $200. For the military, $5,000. I'm not kidding. This is how much a big difference it would be between that. And the government was all been happy to pay for it as long as we had it in stock. And this is the problem that I'm talking about, is that our priorities are so screwed up, and we're not going to get anything in power. Like, look, it's just about doing the right thing, right? Like that Lou Holtz video said. And unfortunately, we have people in our government who just don't want to do the right thing, and they're not looking out for doing the right thing. They're okay with somebody like David paying half his day's wage to just get to work. They're okay with somebody like Darius, not being able to get to have a job that he should be having. And they're okay with all of us not being able to afford a family or anything like that when we should be in the prime of our life. But this is the problem that we have. We have people that basically see us as the last of their concerns.
Well, the problem is you have a maintainer that needs a part, and so he asks the quartermaster to get that part. The quartermaster goes up the chain of command and finally gets that part, who then hands the bill over to Congress, and Congress doesn't look at it since they are not ones who are paying the bill, and so they just approve of it.
Yeah.
And so we got so many layers of people not actually caring about the price because they're not the ones paying it, and the people who are paying it, they're not allowed to ask for an audit of it at any point whatsoever.
Yeah. No, absolute disaster. All righty. Let's go back around, and then we're gonna go ahead and come end it. David, anything that you want to share?
You forgot?
I do got a short line article, but I also got some memes.
All right, let's go through some memes. Yeah, let's go through some memes in the article.
Yeah, I'm about to say that, but you beat me to the punch.
All righty, let's see. Model railroad person. Ooh, an old Tyco C630 from the 1980s, a starting project for a Chicago Northwestern locomotive. Garage sale expert. $90 and it's yours. Model railroad person. $90. Do you realize these were crude replicas with bad motors and details? I'm going to have to replace the trucks and the motors to be able to get the DCC and change the couplers. 2 caddies, not to mention the aftermarket details. You're spending more than what you're asking for. It's from the 80s. It's an antique. I know what I have. I know what I got. Oh, speaking of antique, hold on, guys. Hold on. Wait a second. I got something special over here. Hold on. There you are. You want to talk about an antique? That's one antique, and this is heavy. There you are. It's an old Milwaukee Road DMU unit, 72A, whichever. This is one heavy dude. I'm not quite sure if it works, as I do not have. I only have N scale. This is not fitting on N scale. So the motors are here on like any of those California High Speed Rail Authority personnel. Definitely not going to be able to hold this thing up, because this is one big dude.
The Milwaukee I do get the other meme that will piss the communists off.
All right, here we go. Let's go through the memes here. All righty. Let's see. All right. Guys, remember, if you have any background noise going on, just make sure to mute yourself. I may just catch you and just mute you if you're caught, but just make sure that nobody is getting. Here we are. All right, here we are. Why do you wear that mask? Failure in the job market. Oh, now I get it. Oh, man.
And that's silly.
Go UK, go USA, go Europe. Make way for Australia. Go Australia. Oh man.
Look at the 200 meme.
Alrighty.
I got an East Palestine meme.
All right, North East
Right.
Palestine, Ohio. Everything is okay. Trust us. Oh man. Yeah, the Eastern Ohio incident, as they call it. Let me see. Hoppers. Oh,
Yeah.
man.
Also, I forgot to snug fit meme in a bus and Rosa Parks meme. It's super funny.
Okay. Last meme. Alrighty. Oh man.
Wait, when did this happen?
Let me see. Here's part 2 of the Lego Chat GPT train. What? Still beefing with the bus. Oh, Rosa Parks Boulevard side bus. Oh man.
Yeah, it looks like it's Hoboken.
Well, I do got an article in it from Louisiana and the Northland Railroad.
All right.
With it owned by Pink.
Let me.
I
see if
did
can
resend
find
it.
All right, I got it. All right, and then we'll move on. We'll try to end this train over here at 9:45. All right,
I think I have
L&W
more.
receives $27 million, Chrissy
Let me see
Grant to
again.
rehabilitate the track. All righty. The work will take place along the Louisiana Northwest Railroad, McNeil subdivision between Magnolia, Arkansas, Gippsland, Louisiana. After the completion of this project, the line will be able to handle the industry standard 286,000 pound cars instead of the existing 263 pound rail car gross weight limit. Along with the local 17% match of $5,580,000. The total project cost is $32,900,000. There you go.
Oh,
That's better money spent than getting it blown up halfway across the planet.
But the Boeing stock and Northrop Grumman. Oh, we got to think about the shareholders, man.
By the way, I don't know if you guys have seen the Northrop Grumman meme I put on there from the Twitter post. Hold on, let me see if I can refine that one now. There we go.
Yeah.
Let's see here. I need a vehicle to deliver mail that lasts half a century. Grumman, no problem. I also need a heavy strategic bomber that uses low observable stealth to penetrate enemy air defenses. Grumman, you're not going to believe this.
Grumman.
Wait, yes.
And now it's Oshkosh. And they've been.
Think on them
slightly
amazing trucks.
Wasn't a Grumman designed though?
Oh well,
I thought it
Grumman
was
built
I
that
thought it was
one.
a-
Now Oshkosh is making the new ones, but
Yeah, I know Oshkosh. Yeah, they're
having
making the
some
newer
issues.
ones.
Yeah, I can't. Yep.
Yeah,
But
they're
before
supposed to
they
have
were
a few thousand out now. They haven't even reached 1,000 yet.
Yeah, but by the time they finish, these things will still be running around. But yeah,
Well, eventually breaking down one by one.
You want to buy one slightly used?
Can I government property?
I mean, they got to be propping up on some government auction sites at some point.
They might be just slightly used and might need more than just a bit of a nice buffing and a new coat of paint.
Yeah. But yeah, guys, for those of you who are watching about it is literally called the Long Life Vehicle, the LLV. Produced between 1986 to 1994, and they are still going.
They only get like 8 miles to the gallon, brand new.
Yeah, and they got the oldest engine put in.
And they're not brand new. They are not brand new
Oh,
whatsoever.
man.
Just look at the engine production. Very slow, very old.
Yeah, but hey, still, they're still trucking. They're still trucking. I mean, you see them all over the place still.
I mean, if you do it right, you can make that into a nice, like, ice cream truck or something.
Yeah, I mean, there's still a lot that can be done with it. Hey, maybe even like a little pop-out food. I'm pretty sure these are going to be turned into like food trucks. I guarantee it.
Yep, I guarantee it too.
Food trucks do exist, built on a Freightliner platform.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah,
there's a
or-
business idea, David. You and Vel can start cooking up some Filipino food, and you can pick up one of these for cheap. You just cut it out over here on the side. Go ahead and put some rivets in, put in a roof or something, and there you go. And you can put in some grills and whatever. Start making some. There you go. It's something.
Or
one
if
problem.
you're in Texas, you can go and talk to your certified tamale dealer, and now they can come straight to you because tamales are good.
Yeah, only one problem. You gotta bend your head a lot.
I think they said it's good for people up to 6'2". Past then, it gets kind of tight in there.
Yeah, and the thing is, you have to go ahead and add in the climate control because the climate control options, none. You got a little.
They have a little socket that you can put in a little fan.
the little fan, yeah. But whenever it comes to winter, bring a little heater.
It does. I think it has a heater, but it doesn't have air conditioning.
Yeah, I think it's just piping in heat from the engine. From the heater core there. Oh man, but yeah, that's just a funny little thing. Alrighty, let's see what else we got here.
I got
See your article. You want to talk about that?
Which article?
It from Kansas City. Mayor I commuter rail expansion.
Yeah, let me see. Israel, my tax dollars. Iran, somehow also my tax dollars. Yeah. This is such a silly war. All right, here we go. Let's go look at Kansas City Mayor I's commuter rail expansion as KDOT looks at Amtrak extension in South Central Kansas. Okay. Since February 2025, Kansas City, Missouri Mayor Quinton Lucas has had multiple meetings to explore expanding commuter rail services across the city's metro area. Okay, railroads have been a big part of our communities, have always connected Kansas City to Lawrence, Kansas City to Lee's Summit, Olathe, St. Joseph, and beyond. Lucas told KSHB 41 News on February 26. In addition to a meeting with Amtrak, Lucas met with engineering firm WSP in February to discuss takeaways from Utah's front-runner commuter rail transit project, according to his spokesperson. Excited about any additional commuter rail, light rail, as long as it connects to the existing rail infrastructure, said Deborah Fisher-Stout, president of the Northern Flyer Alliance. Okay. So there you go. That's at least a little something. And I know the front runner was doing pretty well. Let me see if we can go ahead and bring that up over here.
I haven't heard the Northern Flyer Alliance.
Yeah. But this is interesting. Yeah, and then what's going on over in Utah with the front runner? Heavy rail commuter, but this is pretty good what it's been doing so far. They have a whole project timeline over here. They've been more or less sticking to it. So let's see if they can get it going. That would be great. But again, it's just priorities where we're at, and just where we are right now. It's just not good. I mean, you look at where our country is right now. I mean, look at this. This was okay 40, 50 years ago. And even then, it wasn't really okay. This is 2026 now, guys. And we're still dealing with, trying to get, basic first world infrastructure working.
Well, the tracks are there. It's just owned by CNA, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, we got news on where the, North Star commuter rail train sets are going.
Oh. Then who's taking them?
They're going to Texas.
Texrail?
Yep.
What was it? Are they low of equipment?
Yep. Or technically, they're getting expansion. What they're doing is they're getting bigger. So we got some good stuff happening.
Yeah, it's at least a little bit of something. Alrighty, guys. Let me see. I don't think there's anything else so far, unless anybody else wants to just go ahead and speak or share or say anything else.
Well, I do got another rail article.
There's a couple of questions.
It's from California, and it's a short one. Like right here, I just sent the link to it. I did resend the link.
All right. If it's from California, we can skip it.
Yeah,
Well,
I got
we,
one more.
we had enough California articles today at this rate. All right, but let's go ahead and look at this one. Alrighty, Ridgewood acquires Sierra Railroad interest. New York City investment firm Ridgewood Infrastructure has acquired a controlling interest in California short line Sierra Railroad Company, announced this spring. Sierra's operating subsidiaries include Sierra Northern Railway, which owns and operates the freight rail business and provides switching, storage, and transloading services across approximately 130 miles of track, Ridgewood said in a news release. Sierra Northern interchanges with Union Pacific and BNSF, providing customers with enhanced network redundancy, routing flexibility, and connectivity to national rail markets. Okay, so this is good. I mean, and this is the thing. Again, the short line railroads are still sort of the backbone, connecting over to the class ones, most of the traffic in some areas of the country. So that's good that this is happening.
Mm-hmm.
There's at least more interest within the short line railroads.
And that's good news right there.
Yeah.
We
Again,
need it.
a little something. Alrighty, guys.
I got one
5
more article.
minutes. One more article. Okay. Here we go.
Yeah, I saw this and was, is this probably happen? Well, there's no timeline yet.
Okay, Shreveport, Louisiana. Amtrak officials are looking to expand travel across several southern states, and with new data centers coming to the area, they had to find a way to help to get people around. Okay, that's I guess that's one way to use that excuse. An expansion.
I think that's the main.
Yeah, an expansion of the passenger rail along the Interstate 20 corridor will be one of the biggest pieces to move workers to and from new data centers that are planned across the region. I don't know how they're using data centers as some sort of way that people are going to be. I mean, these data centers don't need. That's the problem with them. They don't need that many people. The whole promise of, oh, it's going to bring a whole bunch loads of jobs. Yeah, no. What? 58 jobs? Like one data center around here promised it was going to bring? That's not enough. It's really honestly more of a detriment.
It's 60. You can't forget about the 2 janitors.
Yeah, the 2 janitors. I mean, to build it, sure, that's going to be a good several hundred workers on there to go ahead and build the data center. But once that data center is built, again, it's a data center. It's not an office space or anything like that. It's what it is. It's just hosting a data center. You have some maintenance on there. With the people who are working on there to make sure it doesn't, and to troubleshoot anything. Yeah, the 2 janitors. That's about it.
Yeah, it's not a big market down there, where the I-20 is.
Yeah, and the thing is, it should be looking to make. I don't know, maybe instead of going first to the data center, I don't know, maybe a
the N-word. You know what the N-word is? It's No.
Nuclear.
It's the nuclear word.
Yeah.
Legalize nuclear bomb.
Build a nuclear power plant first.
Oh,
Yeah,
see
that-
that?
those exist.
The Genesis have joined.
Yeah. Oh, Genesis.
Genesis.
There you go. But yeah, look, if Homer Simpson can work at a nuclear power plant, I mean, look, imagine how many people we can have working. So there you go. Let me see, average work. Let me just get an actual number per data center. Let's see. Let's see what the actual number really is.
There's not a whole lot of people
Genesis
put there.
is plugged in, by the way.
Here we are.
We're looking at 20 corridor.
Okay.
Oh, Dimitri. Genesis waited for you to invite him in.
All right, I'll bring it in. It's okay. So here we go. So here we are. The average number of workers per data center varies based upon size. A small data center, 8 to 15 operational staff. A medium data center, 15 to 35 operational staff. A large data center, more than 35. Your typical 12 megawatt facility typically requires around 20 to 22 full-time staff, while a 40 megawatt facility may employ around 45 people. That's it. That's your hundreds of jobs, which is, again, to your data center. That you need mass transit for data centers, where all these data centers are going into rural areas and ruining rural areas. Again, we're not doing it the right way.
Well,
We're
you
not.
need that train to take them there all in one trip,
All in one.
and then they can pick them up on when the shift's over.
There you go. Just have the train waiting there. Take them all in one car.
People
and you better hope you're
All right,
not
hold on.
like-
Let's get Brightline in here. We got. We'll give him 2 minutes here.
All right.
Okay, gotta make it quick.
Oh my
Genesis,
gosh.
you're up.
Okay. Okay, so basically, you heard about what's going on with the WBC. We got defeated by Venezuela, and basically.
Please don't remind me.
And the United States basically just stole an opportunity for the DR to tie the game in the last minute, which I know we're gonna lose it anyways, but.
This 2026. This was supposed to be our year. Year 250. We got the hockey goal. Oh, we just needed to. The baseball team had one job. Beat Venezuela. That's it. And you couldn't do that. They had it, and then they completely messed it up later on.
Well, at least you own Canada, so that's a plus.
Okay.
And this is coming.
Hey, look, we
and
can.
you
Yoinkity
and you beat
Spoinkity, they're the president, so whoop-de-doo.
Oh, Dimitri, look at the real life track plan idea I came up with from Florida.
Let me see, CPU
Look at
Freak.
this.
What I wonder on those statistics, if it's including supporting staff, i.e., the data centers that are also building their own power plants. The problem is that on those data centers, there's yet to be really any data centers that are building their own power plants. There's been a whole bunch of talk and promises of, yes, we're going to go ahead and pay, or we're going to go ahead and build our own power plants for that. But just to build even a basic natural gas power plant takes about 5 years, from beginning to end, and that's not including all the other regulations that need to be approved for that. So that's not happening. Yeah, it's just construction. That's all it is. It's just booming construction. Yeah, you're right there, CPU Freak. Yeah. Let me see. YouTube briefly bugged out and showed 96 dislikes on this, and I was like really confused. Hey, that's more viewers than what we have now. If we got 96 dislikes, we're doing something right. Oh. Man.
Oh, but Dimitri,
okay.
Look at the model train track plan I posted in that from real life. Look at that.
Okay, hold on. Let me see. Let me bring that up. Where is it? There we go.
Look, it's up and I worked on this.
Wait, this whole entire thing?
Yep.
Hold on. Let me
I
see
used Google and screenshot and an editor, and I sized everything.
Okay, so
that
hold on.
took all a skill.
All right, so let me just try to let me bring it back over here. It just disappeared on me. Okay.
It literally
Wait, is it your layout?
Layout.
Okay, so you're building this layout over here. Okay, so that's your end scale of this yard here. Gotcha. CSX Sebring Airport, Spur, and Sebring, Florida, end scale. Okay, gotcha. All right, so it's going to take 33 feet and
I want to try down the line.
Okay.
Line. I'm not doing it right now, but one of the ideals I want to do.
All right. There you go. You can also send that to the Secretary of Transportation. Send that to Sean Duffy as part of the Beautifying America projects. We can do.
David, how you turn trains around?
Huh?
How you
Say
turn
it again?
trains around? I'm saying,
Run around.
David. How you turn a train around? If we only have to, I think.
No,
it's just gonna go back and forth.
Oh.
And to see.
Oh God, you got failed to seeing it.
Oh man. Okie dokie, guys. 9:48. I think we're gonna go ahead and bring it to station here. So there you go.
Yeah.
All right.
Nothing else.
Yeah.
That's it.
All right, guys. That's good over here. We're gonna probably have maybe 1 or 2 more streams before the little guy comes along. So trying to get as much in as possible. So let's see next week. Try to bring more of a lounge so you guys can have more of the floor here. But alrighty, folks. Thank you all for joining on board on this episode, on this stream of the American Rail Club. We will see you all next time. Take care. Make sure to like the video, because apparently YouTube bugged out and gave us 96 dislikes and then it disappeared according to CPU Freak. But be sure again, like
Everyone
the video.
put in your 10 dislikes.
Yeah, there you go.
Make sure you give it a lot of likes.
There you go. Give it a like. Subscribe. We will see you all next time. Take care. Stay safe out there and Godspeed. Thank you for writing.
Honestly, have a good night. Have a St. Patty's week.